Hello everyone. Occasionally I'm going to revisit the past. What I mean by that is the Shelf Queens. I'm going to entitle this Shelf Queen because the title of every video in this next series is just going to be Shelf Queens. Because you never know what I'm going to pull out and work on. Okay? My Shelf Queens are all on this one shelf right here. Some of these are mine, some of these are other people's, like Mrs. Sabi here is BB's. The Real Grade Gundam is mine. The Viper and the Typhoon are other people's. I had a series of videos for the beginning modeler where I took two people who've never built a model and we went through the process of it. They never quite finished their models. They're close. Okay? I talked to them recently. I'm going to try to get them back in here because they realize, both of them, that they've only got about 2 or 3 hours of build time left and their models are done. And I would like to get them finished. Now, again, you never know what I'm going to pull out in here, but it'll be something off that shelf. The T-Rex is on that shelf. The G-Pon, the Ma-K G-Pon, here's his box. It lives on the shelf too, but he's almost done. I've just got to paint the face on it and do a couple other steps, and this is done, and this box can go in the trash, and he goes on the shelf. But until he's done, he lives on this shelf with the Shelf Queens. Okay? Now, once he's done, I'm going to start working on that dinosaur again. I'm going to order some Abe's epoxy sculpt because what I have kind of dried out. It's 3 or 4 years old, and I really didn't expect it to last that long. So I'm going to have to order some new. But that's neither here nor there. Today's Shelf Queen build is going to be the Gremlin X. This got so close to being done when I quit working on it. I have to paint a little, I have to glue a little, and it's done. So I'm starting with it just to get something off the shelf and get something done in 2016. Okay? Opening the box up, it's mainly just plastic in the box. And I didn't know where this guy went, but it's good to open the box. There is the Real Grade Gundam I've been working on. He's on the Shelf Queen list. His decals have not been sealed down, so I want to handle him carefully. I have some metal landing gear for a Dauntless, a 1/32 scale Dauntless in his box, and the rest of it is pretty much Gremlin parts. Okay? And it came with a baby box, so I can fold that up, do a little paper modeling right there, and make a baby box of it. The Gremlin was not the greatest model in the world, I will admit that. But it was fun because I could just relax and do and not try to stress over getting the minor details correct. The color on the model, the primary color came from scalefinishes.com. It's AMC P4 Big Bad Green. Here's the color. Okay? Let me get the model out of its box so we can revisit where I am with it. And everyone can see what's going on and what I got left. Okay? Now I got a mess on the table underneath me, so I'm just going to pick everything up and hold it up to the camera instead of my usual. Oh, there's some missing directions for a couple of model kits in its box. Here's the body of the car. Okay? Here's the interior. The roll bar is missing from back here. I was going for a denim seat look, so I put a little bit of flocking on there, and well, it kind of failed a little bit. Let me tilt the camera down and clean the table up here a little because, well, the camera's going to behave itself better if I put this down and we take a look from that perspective. And it doesn't take me much to do so. Okay, over here to the side, you can see what my wife calls the clown vomit rug over here, because it looks like clown vomit. So let's do a bit of a zoom and get myself where I'm at. I will get my little white foam pad that I like to put underneath things when they're on camera because it lets me see really well. I was trying to flock the seats. It didn't come out so well, but it's okay. I did a much better job on the engine, I think. Although looking at it from here, I can see a spot right there where the paint flaked. Okay, I'm not going to pull that apart and redo it. When the exhaust pipes came off, I do have the exhaust pipe. The shocks are on there properly. The tire came unglued. I'm going to have to fix a few of those things here and there. But what I'm happy about most with this kit, and I do have all the missing parts to it, is the paint job came out really nice. It's really good and shiny. Okay, and that's what I was looking for in this. This was my second car model in so long. All right, and if I get it, you can see it is pretty mirror-like. You can see that there was some orange peel, but since I painted this model, I've learned how to deal with that orange peel. There's the hood. Okay, and there's the front grille. So what am I missing on this? What is left for me to do on this model kit? The whole reason I stopped working on it is this part right here didn't have green paint on it, and it shows very clearly when you put the car body on, there's no green paint. I have to put the roll cage in and fix the few things here and there, and this one's done. So all I'm going to do to it tonight really is paint that green and find the missing pieces and put it together. So this one should be off the Shelf Queen list pretty fast if I have some time tonight. Okay? I'm not going to expect the body to go together tonight, so I'm going to put those back. I'm just going to fix that paint. I think the back here should get some black paint, find the missing pieces, and fix those parts. That's all I'm going to do. I might try to fix that blue paint in there with a brush, but it may not look right if I do so. So I may touch it, I may not. Okay? So it's been a little while. It's actually been 2 years since I touched this. So I got to fire up the airbrush and paint me some green and do some masking before I paint the green. Because the firewall in the back, I don't know if you can see that, but there was some tone colors in there, and I wanted to leave it that way. Okay? So here's a revisit. I'm going to stop in and let you know any problems here and there and show you what I do as I go. Then this one gets off the shelf and I can then change to something else. I'm going to work on Shelf Queens in the midst of my main build. Like my main build right now is a Maquet kit, but I did oil paints on it last night and it's got to sit for 4 or 5 days before I can clear coat it. So might as well work on something else, right? Okay, so I'll be back in a little bit and tell you if I find anything fun and exciting. Okay, we're back to the Shelf Queen thing. And here's the Gremlin, what it looks like at this moment in time. I haven't glued the body down. It's just sitting there lightly on top of the car panel. I mean the body. The hood I'm never going to glue down. Okay? And you can see I can pull the body right off. And the hood does come right off. Except for I'm off frame. Now, I did get this paint fixed here, and I've got this glued in. So what I'm going to do is get the rest of my parts and talk about finishing this thing, because this car is really close to being finished. Okay? And I want to get it finished. I want to get a Shelf Queen off the shelf. So I got the box here. There's some parts in there that don't belong in the box. It came with a mini box, a little paper model, so to speak. I'm going to go ahead and make that and probably put it with it. Okay? Now, this box actually doesn't have any of that in it, although it has a nice sticker. Okay? And you can see why I went with the green. This is supposed to be the green of an AMC Gremlin. I got lots of bonus parts in here. I'll figure out what to do with those. But that's not my parts. Ah, there's my parts. No, there's not my parts. Give me a minute. I'll be back in a second. I got the missing parts. There isn't many left. My missing parts are here. Okay? I have an exhaust pipe. I have a couple of engine pieces. I'm not sure where those engine pieces go. I am missing a few other parts. That's bumming me out. I'm missing bumpers and stuff. Maybe I put them in the wrong box. Let me look. Maybe they got in with the Maquet kit. Nope. They did not get in with the Maquet kit. So I'm going to have to track down those missing parts. So give me a minute. Oh, I found them. They are in the box that they should have been in, just not where I was looking for them. So here's the rest of my missing parts. We have a bumper. Now it's glued together and ready to go together. You can see there's some slight chrome effect on some of that, but not much. There's my front bumper. I didn't do the chrome very heavily on it, and I wanted it to be kind of dark. There's another bumper. I think that's the rear bumper. Well, one of them's the front, one of them's the rear. And what we have here is a front spoiler. Okay? So I don't have many parts left to put on here. The thing I'm debating right now is, do I paint the taillights red? Okay? I'm trying to decide that because there's no lens for those taillights. The car kit didn't come with... Oh, it did come with a lens for it. I just found it. They're here. So I can just glue those in. We'll pop those out, see what they look like. If they look okay in there, I'm just going to glue those in. I forgot to check the parts, the clear parts bag. So we have that. So you see where I'm at, what I've got left. It's not a whole lot to do. A little bit of body work, a little bit of this. The car didn't come with side mirrors. You know, some of these older AMT models, they're kind of flaky in my opinion. It's just the way it is. Because they're old. Okay? So I got a couple of things to put together here. Once I get them together, this is done. Alright? So I'll be back in a little bit to show you what I've worked on. I'm not trying for perfection with this car. I never have been. I'm just trying for, let's make it look kind of good and let's have some fun with it. Because if I was trying for perfection, I had to strip this body off. I know it's nice and glossy. I mean, you can see the reflections in here really nicely. Okay? If I were to put, say, my little paper model that goes with this thing up next to it, and we were to get up here close on the camera, you can read the print on that in the reflection. Okay? It's that good of a finish on the car. But it's not perfect. It orange peeled a little. I know how to prevent that now, so I will do that in the future. Let me get working on this because I want to glue this on. I did strip the chrome off that. That's a re-chroming on my part. Okay? I stripped the chrome off everything on this car except for that part right there. That's original chrome. So let me get working on this. I'll show you what I come up with. I have to figure out where this hose goes. I know where this part goes. So let me just start gluing everything together and see where I get to. I'll come back and show you what happens.